Hey gang, it's your buddy Platt here. Today, first and foremost, I want to wish all y'all, hopefully y'all had a happy holiday season. This video is going to air, I think, December 30th. So we're between Christmas and New Year's. And again, I just want to say, I hope everybody had a happy holiday, whatever you celebrate out there. More importantly, I hope you guys have a wonderful 2023. I know personally I'm kind of eager to see what 2023 brings our way. Real quick, I want to do a fun little video today. Like I said, this is the 30th, so it's New Year's Eve. So I thought I'd do this video kind of giving you a little bit of advice on New Year's Eve partying as someone who's bartended a ton of New Year's Eve, but also party a little bit on New Year's Eve. I've seen a lot of things go down on this night. So I want to give you my top 5 New Year's Eve party tips. Starting off with number 5. Hydration is salvation, as I hydrate myself. A good friend of mine and fellow bartender used to say that all the time. And we out here in Las Vegas always say, well, you know, it's a desert out there, so you gotta stay hydrated. But that's true anywhere you go. Even if you're not drinking, you know, you still need to keep hydrated. You know, hydration is so important just for your own personal health. But if you start to drink, and that really becomes even more important. And remember, you're going to be eating too on New Year's Eve, and just, you know, drinking water is just good for your digestion. It's just going to keep you just in a little better shape. And you just want to make sure you keep a bottle of water with you, or a glass of water around with you. Just, you know, mix it in every once in a while between beers or cocktails, what have you. You definitely don't want to wake up the next morning and your urine looking like Malort. You know what I'm saying? Next is number 4. Number 4 is plan the kiss. One of the great traditions New Year's Eve is, you know, the kiss at right at dawn, you know, or right at midnight, you know, celebrating the new year. You kiss generally someone who's right beside you, hopefully that you're attracted to, and everything. That's one of the great traditions. And obviously, if you're married or in a relationship or whatever, you kind of have that figured out. This one is more for the singles out there. I'm going to give you a couple of quick pieces of advice. The bigger the party, the better the numbers, the better your chances. Bigger parties are better for that. Don't get suckered into that couples party that your buddy who's married, you know, hey, no, hey, we're going to have, you know, the barbecue grills me out, and we got a whole 6-pack of beer, and, you know, Melinda, she's got that friend who has that friend, and trust me, you'll love her. She's absolutely adorable. Don't go to that party. Go to the big party. Just like I said, the numbers are in your favor there. Also, too, another little piece of advice, something I've observed, you know, bartending in these situations. You get to 9, 10 o'clock, don't get in a panic. Don't try to find the first person you can or whatever. One of the great things about New Year's Eve is there's a lot of random variables that make it different than other nights. And I can personally say for myself, there's been a couple of New Year's Eve that I've kissed young ladies that were well above my pay grade. So stay patient. Just stay patient and have your plan for the kiss. Next is number 3. Number 3, raise your game. It's New Year's Eve. Yes, you may go to your, you know, regular bar. Maybe you're hanging out with the same crew you always do. It's New Year's Eve. Raise your game a little bit. If you're, you know, at your same local bar and you drink whatever the, you know, cheap draft beer specials, splurge. You always wanted to try that imported beer? Try that imported beer. If you're a type of guy who drinks well scotch and water, pony up, get the Johnny Black. You've earned it. Also, for the guys, maybe a collared shirt. It's New Year's Eve. Let's level, you know, collared shirt. Maybe a little bit of the old musk before we go out. Raise your game, fellas. New Year's Eve. Next, number 2. Number 2, be careful mixing. Now, I'm referring to a couple different things here, but first and foremost, obviously alcohol. Here, I've got a little whiskey and water and everything. You know, you might be a beer drinker, might be a wine drinker, champagne drinker, whatever you. That's fine. And if you're the beer drinker, somebody hands you a shot of Fireball at some point in the night, go ahead. If you're, you know, if I'm drinking my regular, you know, whiskey and water, but somebody stroke of midnight hands me a little glass of champagne for a toast, go ahead. But what you don't want is a scotch and water, a beer, a Jägermeister, the glass of champagne all quadruple fisting. That's where you're going to get in trouble. Trust me, kids, that night does not end well. Also, too, we're at a kind of unique point in time in the history of things. There's large chunks of the United States where marijuana is now legal. I believe now there's even a couple states where mushrooms are legal. I hope I don't have to tell you guys, but I will again because I'm your pal. Be careful mixing the cannabis and the alcohol and other party treats. Again, I'm not telling you if you're at a kegger somewhere and you're on the back porch and somebody hands you a little take a hit, whatever, you're good. But don't be the person that is playing out to go to the big cocktail party or ballroom party on New Year's Eve with the fountain of champagne and the bowl, the margarita bowl or whatever, and before you go out, hey, give me a couple of edibles. Oh, let's go. That night doesn't end well. So please, 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 please be careful mixing. Find you something you like, stick with it, be open to the random thing, but make sure it's random. You don't have to do everything all at once, or you might do that and spill your drink. Lastly, number one, I think we all can agree on this. This is important, even though I'm going to phrase it a little different. Plan your landing. A lot of people might, what are we talking about? First and foremost, I'm obviously referring to, hey, make sure you got a ride or you're safe. You're not out drinking and driving. I hope at this point in time in history, especially now that we have things like Uber and Lyft and stuff like that, hopefully we're kind of leaving those days of drinking and driving. But even if you, let's say, have a hotel room, or hey, I want to, my buddy's having the party at his house and he said I'd crash over. Even plan there. Like you could be trust me, working in casinos, I know. Yes, you have a hotel room, but that hotel room is down 2 or 3 halls, up on the 15th floor, down the end of a long hallway. Even in your most sober conditions, it's probably 15, 20 minutes to some of the rooms. Plan that, because that sounds like fun, but at 3 in the morning, when you're loaded full of Fireball and champagne, that 15 minutes feels like an hour. Plan your landing. Even again, if you're at a friend's house, and like, oh, you can crash. Well, am I going to crash in the spare bedroom? I'm going to crash on the couch. Let me know my landing point. Let me know where it's at all time, how I'm going to get there, make sure I got enough in the gas tank to get to that landing point. You'll be surprised how the night sneaks up on you. Just know where you're going to land. One of the suggestions I may make, especially like maybe if you have a hotel room or even if you're going back to your place. Hey, guys, after we shut down the bar, let's come back here. And then if we want to have a couple drinks and we all just crash at my place or the hotel room or wherever. But know that you don't have to carry the party all night long at whatever bar or hotel, casino you're at. Hey, we can go back to the room, we can go back to the house, and we're going to have enough energy to get us there. And then, if we still feel a little fun, all right, we'll have fun there, but we're close to the landing spot. Plan your landing. Trust me on that. Well, with that being said, those are my top 5 New Year's Eve party tips. Not to sound like your mom or dad, even though I'm probably that age. Just want you guys to have fun. And again, a guy who's seen a ton of New Year's and have worked a lot of parties, I've seen this stuff. So go out, have a good time, kiss that someone that you're hoping to kiss, and, have a few cocktails. And more importantly, let's get ready to have a great 2023. And until next time, bottoms up.